All right, so just got done watching the first-person shooter spotlight. What is the future of the shooters and the first-person shooters? What is the future gonna be with Apex Legends and Battlefield 2042? And I'll be honest with you. One, I thought it was going to be a live, like, studio audience, like a live interview thing. It wasn't. It was pre-recorded. It was a really Debbie Downer. Like, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, no, we're not going to talk about the most recent news of first-person shooters. I think the hacking of Apex Legends is kind of big news, but apparently, you know, nothing of that was going to be mentioned. So I'm assuming that this interview was done before July 1st or July 4th. But also too, something caught my eye. Something caught my ear, caught my attention of what I heard in this interview, and that was the developers at Respawn care about Titanfall. The developer in this interview said, we care about the Titanfall franchise, and I stopped everything I was doing. I was laughing so hard at this comment because from what we learned yesterday of the team that's investigating the DDoS attacks that's happening on Titanfall, hearing this comment from this interview from just today, there's absolutely just no sense whatsoever from what apparently is happening behind the scenes when it comes to fixing games that are still on sale to what they're trying to push out publicly when it comes to different interviews of saying, oh, we care so much about the Titanfall franchise, but then behind closed doors, and there might be one or two people that are investigating the issues that Titanfall 1 and 2 are having. So let's talk about it. I want to get into it because I think also as well when it comes to this issue that's happening with Titanfall, which apparently PS4 got hit extremely hard yesterday. We'll talk about the numbers of how many players were actually experiencing issues on PlayStation 4 and what the number of players on PS4 went down to. Like usually it's a couple of thousand players on the PS4. It dropped to lower than 300 people playing Titanfall 2 on PS4. It is crazy to see that low of a number on a console that actually had it free to play for quite a long time on it, and a lot of people were getting into it. So let's talk about that as well. And one thing that I want to end with is that this is one thing that I've been kind of seeing that's not, it's concerning to me, but I hate seeing the attitude of it. And the fact is, a lot of people are saying, you know what, why are you guys still talking about this? Why are you still pushing it? Why are you guys still complaining about it? And I'll say this, as somebody that owes so much to the Titanfall community, I owe so much. The love and joy that you guys have shown me through the years of covering Titanfall and being a part of this community is something of a debt that I will never be able to repay, but I want to do as much as I can to pay that back. And even though I don't play Titanfall 2 as much as I do, I've been going into other games, I still want to put my attention and my focus into trying to save what is left, to give the love back to players that are still wanting to play this game, still enjoy it, and still want to stream it. So I'm still going to talk about it, I'm still going to cover about it, and I think it's information that you guys need to know, and hopefully being able to boost any type of effort, any type of relief that we can actually see with Titanfall 1 and 2, getting the proper TLC to where they're actual playable games it's still being sold that still need to be fixed. But we found out yesterday that is not the case. They are not getting the TLC that they deserve. So let's get into this. So first off, let's talk about exactly what was the information that we got yesterday about, apparently, well, there's a team of people, top men, there are top men, top women, who knows who the team is, but it's apparently one or two people that are actually looking into the issues of apparently the DDoS attacks that are happening on Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2. Again, issues that have been known for years from Titanfall 1, for months now, going on months in Titanfall 2, but again, only one or two people that are working. And I'll say this, I know a lot of people are going, hey, you know what, those are old games, their big focus is not on that, it's more on Apex Legends, and that's actually what is actually talked about in this thing. So from Titanfall Forever, the Respawn's community coordinator stated in one of the recent streams that Respawn has one or two people working on Titanfall 1 and 2, and then everyone else is on Apex. Now, this is one thing that has been, look, I don't think this was supposed to be talked about. I don't, and it makes me concerned that this info was pushed out. I tried to look up this stream and try to look up the highlight of it. I could not find it whatsoever. I don't know if maybe I was looking in the wrong area or not. But again, this is one thing that has been stated, that apparently the team of people that are looking into the issues of Titanfall is only one or two people. That's the team. That is the ASAP investigating team that is supposed to be helping with issues that are affecting the Titanfall game. Now, like I said, a lot more focus is going to Apex Legends. That's a big no-brainer. It's a big breadwinner. It's the big money maker. It's the newest game. They're wanting to continue on making expansions about it. But again, if you're going to go from one interview today saying we care about the Titanfall games, the Titanfall series, the franchise, and then we find out that it's a different story within the studio of where you have people that are not helping out at all, that where you only have 1 or 2 people in the studio. I'm assuming of about 400 people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure Respawn is pretty large when it comes to Apex Legends support and development and creativity in that. Now I know you have, you know, the Star Wars franchise, the Medal of Honor, you know, stuff that they did with the VR and whatnot, but I mean, like, honestly, that is their main focus, is Apex Legends. But for some reason, even though they say they love the Titanfall games and they're still gonna sell it on Origin, on Xbox, on PlayStation 4 and all this stuff, to where it's an unplayable game, it's crazy to see the response that we're getting when it's only 1 or 2 people that are working on the issues of the DDoS attack. So again, this is one of those things where we are getting 2 different answers, one publicly and one probably not so public that we were supposed to hear. So this is one thing that we found out yesterday of, apparently the team that is supposed to be involved in this is not a very large team by any means. So that was just kind of a crazy thing that I don't think people were expecting to hear of what is happening within the studio, even though today we heard that they care about Titanfall and they care about the Titanfall franchise, but it might not be the case. Let's talk about this as well. And this is one thing that's happened yesterday that was kind of caught my attention by a big surprise, because I did not expect this. But apparently on PlayStation 4, again, the DDoS attacks that we've been talking about for months, the DDoS attacks that we continue to bring up with Respawn saying, fix this, fix this, fix this. You're selling the game. It's not right to sell a game that people are unable to play. But on PlayStation 4 got hit extremely hard, where the player base dropped down to 1,000 players, and then even past that, going below 300 players on Titanfall 2. And I'll say this, that is just mind-blowing to me. Less than 300 people playing Titanfall 2 on PlayStation 4. Like, don't get me wrong, I know it's a, 5-year-old game, 2016, 5-year-old game. I get it. I understand. However, there is no way whatsoever you're going to convince me that 300 players on that game is a normal number. Absolutely not. But the DDoS attacks hit extremely hard on PlayStation 4, and now it's hitting people that have had no idea whatsoever this is an issue. Like, it's crazy to know of so many responses that from people saying, I had no idea this was an issue, I had no idea this was going on, I can't believe I bought this game, I just bought this game and I'm now having these issues, what the hell is going on? And again, this is the reason why we're still trying to bring up awareness of this issue, because players are saying we just bought the game and had no idea it was an issue. So with Titanfall Forever, again, saying PS4 players count for Titanfall 2 has dropped below 300. There's an entire platform unplayable. The acknowledgement would be a good issue to claim, again, from Respawn, and we haven't had anything. Like, Respawn has to understand that it's extremely odd to see thousands of players playing it one day and then dropping below 300. Like, I don't know if it's me. I'm not a numbers guy, but I'm seeing those numbers, and I'm like, man, I feel like there might be an issue. There might be something wrong. But even that, no addressing whatsoever. Not even talking about the issue of that. And just saying, you know what? We're seeing this. It's a big issue. It's a big problem. Let's put a little bit more focus into it. But yeah, 1 or 2 people from what we found out yesterday. With this, it is insane to see the love that this community is getting. The love that this community is getting is just barely, you might as well just get spit on the sidewalk. That's about as much love as you're getting, at least in my opinion. You're not getting any love whatsoever from Respawn with what's going on. So anyway, from what I understand though, and I could be wrong about this, that was from yesterday, was the player number dropped down below 300. From what people are saying, that it has gone up. I don't know exactly how far it's gone up, because still some people are still saying it's still below 300. So depending on what time you play, depending on where you're at, you might see the number, fluctuating up and down. But again, that's a big concern that I'm concerned that we are not, I'm already concerned about it. There's so many other people's concerned about it that it's a huge issue, but for some reason, when it comes to the developers of the game, it's not that big of a deal since you only have 1 or 2 people focused on the issue when it's been a known issue for quite a long time. All right, let's talk about this, and this is the last thing. So my boy Iniquity, I love the dude to death. I want to raise him up and just and help him raise awareness of this issue that's been going on with Titanfall, because this is something that's like so many people where this is their love, this is their baby, this is what they want to have them drive their life and raise money, raise a family, raise, you know, this and that, make profit off of this game, because this is the game that they love. Well, a lot of people have been coming out saying, you know what, why are you guys raising awareness about this dead game, old game, all this and that? And Iniquity came out pretty much saying, look, this is something that I love. This is something I enjoy. If you don't want to support it, if you don't want to hear it, you can block me, you can mute me and stuff like that. But again, there's some people out there that have been just going into people that are covering this issue or raising awareness or, you know, raising hell about it, complaining about this and that, to where I understand both perspectives, where people are saying just play something else, which is something I've done, but I wouldn't say it's because of the issues on Titanfall. I just migrated over to a different game that I enjoy. But there are people out there that are still wanting to play this game and still enjoy it and love it. I hate it that we're at this point now where I would say this: I really hope the same support that I want to give Iniquity and so many other players when it comes to raising awareness of what's happening with it in the Titanfall game, I hope would happen to me with the game that I'm playing with SWTOR. If Star Wars The Old Republic was having a hacking issue and I couldn't be able to play the game, I really hope there'd be people out there that'd be raising awareness, even though they don't play that game. I would really hope those same people would be giving awareness of the game that I love, the same reason why I'm giving love to this and wanting to raise awareness. That's my perspective. Now, again, like I said, there's different types of perspectives that people are having with this. Some people saying just ignore it, don't worry about it, just go play something else, and people that are saying no, we are diehards, we want to see this game flourish and play this game and have it to enjoy with everybody else. So I think we're really starting to see a big rift between the Titanfall community and people within this game community and playing it. And I thought this was one thing, and what last thing I'll talk about is that the most ironic thing ever is the current Apex season is titled Legacy, and people can't even play the legacy that apparently this season 9 is to have to offer for Apex players. And even they had like a charm of a Titanfall, or I guess Jack Cooper's helmet for the game, and people can't even play it because of the known issues of the DDoS attacks that are happening in this Titanfall game. So anyway, just wanted to raise awareness. Again, I'm going to continue to talk about it. Any type of updates, I'll continue to bring you guys more info. We have two different perspectives. One, at least within the studio, only apparently 1 or 2 people are focusing on the issue from what probably might not have been, should have been said. I don't know what the issue is with that. But then also too, with today's interview with the first person shooter spotlight, apparently they love Titanfall. So it's a war of two worlds. Who do you believe and what do you know? So anyway, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are still focusing on this. What's your perspective? What's your point of view about the entire issues? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please have a great rest of the day. I look forward to talking to you guys all next time.